Hello everybody, my name is Edson. I have a YouTube channel on YouTube in Portuguese talking about Firebird SQL database, and now I'm going to show you in English. I try to do my best here, okay? My English speaking is not so good, but I want to show you how to configure the firebird.conf on your Firebird installation, okay? If you have the version 2.5 and above, you can use this tool just to easily configure it with no lose of time. Okay, so let's see how this tool works, and you are going to see that you don't need to know anything about these properties, at least at the beginning of your project. Okay, in the last video I showed you how to install the Firebird 5 in a Linux PC, but I said that installation is just for testing. And why? Because each client, each customer you go, you need to install and configure the firebird.conf to have the best performance. Okay, there are a lot of ways to lose performance in your Firebird database, but at least this is essential to do. You need to configure the firebird.conf, and I'm going to show you how to do it by an easy way. Okay, let's see how it works. So first of all, you need to access this website, cc.ibage.com. okay, this is an online tool from IB Surgeon. They have made this, then they shared us for free to configure at least the minimum required parameters to have good performance. Okay, not excellent performance, but good performance. This is for free. Okay, so first step is to register here. Okay, this is in Portuguese because it's my official language, but you can register clicking here. Okay, after registration you are going to receive a mail with a password, and then you can use your email and password here. So I'm going to put mine here. Okay, let's go. And after doing login, we have this screen. Okay, Firebird configuration, it's in Portuguese. Let me put it in English to be easy to show you. Okay, sorry, not ES, it's EN. Okay, now I can click here at calculate Firebird configuration. This is extremely easy. Just click here and it's going to ask you some questions. Like Firebird version, if you have vanilla Firebird, the official version, or if you use HKBird. Okay, for HKBird there are some parameters more than on Firebird vanilla, and then you can choose your version here. I'm going to choose the Firebird 5 vanilla. Okay, and then here we can choose our architecture. I'm going to choose here super server. This is the default architecture, but not the best for any situation. Okay, so let's put here some parameters of my PC. I have 16 gigabytes of memory. Here you can put how many users do you have connected to your database on the top. Okay, and then you can put it here. After, you must put here the number of cores you have on your CPU. After, the page size, and this information you are going to get at your database header. And to get this information, you will need, for example, to make a select asterisk from RDB database, or you can use the tool gestat, which came with all versions of Firebird. Gestat space minus age, and then the path of your database. You put enter and you are going to get the exactly page size you have at your database. Okay, this is extremely important because if you put wrong value here, you are going to have a very bad experience on your configuration. Okay, and then you can explode the maximum memory you have at your PC, or you can use just a little bit of memory just by putting here a wrong value. Okay, and then you can put here the right value. After, you can put the size of your database just to have some specific parameters set, and then this is not required, but you can put here a path and a name for your database. I'm going to show you at the next step. Okay, so let's create it, and then it's going to give you two pieces of parameters. The first one, firebird.conf, which you need to put at your firebird.conf file, and here below we have the database.conf. That we have the security already configured. This is already configured at your default database.conf, but you have here also your database that you must put here your name, any name you can put. This is an alias, and then you have here the path of your database. So this is some particular parameters for your database, your primary database. Okay, if you have more than one database, this is not going to serve to you. You cannot just copy this and paste at every database you have, because This is the amount of pages that you are going to, that Firebird is going to take to the memory. And then if you put the same value to each database, for example, 10 databases at the same server, you are going to explode the size of memory you have, okay? I don't know if this is the right way to say, but I think you can understand me, okay? Then you just need to copy this and put at your database.conf. This one you are going to put at the firebird.conf. What's the difference? So there are two files you need to change, and Firebird is going to see first of all at this file. If your database is configured here, then Firebird is going to use these parameters. Okay, if it's not listed here, Firebird is going to use these parameters. You know, that full DB cache pages is a parameter that in general have 50,000 pages. And then in this configuration, I have 500,000 pages configured. So it's a big difference. And then you know that your main database is going to be listed here with the biggest part of the memory set to it. And then the other database is going to use less pages at the memory. But look, this is free calculator. This is not for every situation. This calculator does not know if you have, for example, a slow disk, if you have many databases at the same server, if you have any other situation that's not foreseen here, okay? So this is essential to do, and after putting this information at your firebird.conf and database.conf, you will need to restart your Firebird server. This is going to give you a much better performance than the full database. Why is it important to do this? Because the full firebird.conf or Firebird installation will use just a little bit of memory of your server. It's not going to use everything it's available there, okay? And then you need to say Firebird, you can use more memory here for this database, and for this one you need to use another quantity, and then you must configure it the best way for sure. So this is only to give you an idea that you have to configure by the best way the firebird.conf and database.conf of your Firebird, okay? But how can you choose the best architecture of your Firebird? This is an important way to think, because you can test each one, but there's some important difference between these architectures, and there's not a better architecture than the others. All of them are good in special situations, okay? And then you need to know what's the situation of your customer to configure the best architecture to have a good experience, okay? Probably I'm going to show you at the next video. And then if you don't follow this channel, please follow me on YouTube and press the like button. So this is much important for me, okay? So see you at the next video. Bye bye.